Human nature is not does not spring out of a vacuum. It's not vapid. Human nature springs out of a context, out of a culture. That is why there are differences between people, there are differences between countries, and there are differences between continents, and there are even different between races, and difference between ethnicities, and even difference between linguistics. So the 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 the, the, the African human nature, supported by the African Asili and cosmogony and cosmology and worldview, is that knowledge should be put in service of humanity, and one should look at other as a reflection of himself or herself. And the things that nature gives us are not to be exploited, are not to be used for maximum exploitation. The things that nature gives us are to be used for our own nourishment, our own survival. So we need to use it with to take it with in awe, with awe and respect, and care for it. That is the African Asili. That is the African worldview. The European Assyrian worldview is no. We are not one thing with nature. We are separate from it. We are not one with the universe. We are separate from it. We are not animals. We are superior. We have the intellect to think and analyze ourselves, question our own existence, what we are, who we are, what we're doing here, what is our purpose and mission and all that here, and also question the things around us. What is what is the meaning of everything that is around us? How do we harness it? How do we control it? How do we use it? How do we make something out of it? To improve ourselves, to improve our kind, our species, and all that. Hence, technology, science, and all that in the image of the European, which for them is how war should be. You can, and there's good to it. You can fly from Asia to America in just 10 to 12 or 15 hours, which you couldn't do before because you will have to take the boat, which still was invented by science, and take months to go. Now I have a class, a meeting with you at the same time. Even we are 15 or 16 hours difference, but we are speaking and you're hearing me without delays. At this moment the voice come out of my mouth, you are hearing it, right? And we don't need to be in the same physical space, but we can still see each other. You can even write on this piece of paper. I can write on it. We can discuss things. We can talk the book, and thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from each other, which we could not do before. So I'm not saying all of European invention and all that is bad. There's good to it. The bad part is when that is put at the detriment of humanity, of humans' well-being. When there is an over-focus on weaponizing it, mercantilizing it, and it becomes our God that we follow and obey and worship, which now it does not respect now other ways of being, other ways of people. Before this, they were communicating, they were traveling, they were doing things, commerce and all that too. It was just a little delay, it was a little different, but that was also their reality, and they were also happy with that. So that comes from human nature, that desire, innate, acute desire and sense of wanting to know, wanting to control, wanting to have power over. That is innate in human beings. Even if you look at animals who are not as evolved as we are, if we take our own human standard of judging animals, you can see that the same thing applies. It's about control. It is my territory. Only the other animals that look like me and that I give permission can be with me. Other, we have to chase them away and kill them. So it is there that you can see the human nature of wanting to control and power. But because we're smarter, then we use smart ways to do it. So they develop it from the Plato and all that because the ultimate goal was to have control and power over the masses, over people who are not considered as evolved intellectually as they were. And then they had to use everything possible to achieve that. They had to use academia through books and history. They had to use primarily religion through Christianity and everything, which was even the deadliest tool that Europeans used to conquer the world, because they pretended to bring something really, really moral and nice and everything when they were actually infiltrating the European mindset and control there, and we willingly accepted it.